Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the Flight Deck to Sim community. Welcome to another live stream, members only live stream, the 17th of September 2023, 3 minutes past 6 in the evening. Back in Explain 12, of course, it's the ZIBO mod 737 for a group flight for our 45th members only group flight. Now, as I've been telling all of you the past few weeks here, it was only last week we started organising this group flight. I've had no time at all to do it, and well, I'd like to say it doesn't look like I've been lazy, but we are utilising ATC for existing events today. Both the Czech Republic VATSIM group and the group representing Croatia are hosting separate events today, and we're flying between the two airports. So thank you very much for accepting this sort of proposition by myself. I went all dictatorship and said, guys, we're doing this for the 45th group flight, nothing else. So thank you very much for your appreciation. But good turnout nonetheless. I think we've got how many bookings here? About 2 dozen or so. So great. Thank you for all of those who are taking part. I'm in Group 1, flying from Prague to Zagreb. Fly to around an hour between the two. Live time, live weather. Look at this beautiful sunset here as the sun sets here in the Czech Republic. Late taking off from runway 06. You can see the event started. We already have full ATC here. I think in Zadar for those... Zagreb for those who are departing from... I keep getting Zadar and Zagreb mixed up, which is brilliant. There's an EasyJet taking off there as well. But yes, I chose to stand next to Edo and 2 tons, 2 other members, so we can enjoy this beautiful sunset as we get the aircraft set up here. Let's zoom on in towards the aircraft anyway. Don't forget, all of you who are taking part in the group flight today, we entered into the giveaway. 2 giveaways now. Every group flight, the choice of any add-on, up to the value around £50, a little bit more, no problem at all. We'll run that, of course, after landing when we get to Zagreb. Edo's here, I hope you're doing well. Thanks. Domino Mosina is here too. Alex van der Paas is in P3D. Uros, hope you're doing well. Brendan McCreet's here as well. Yes, I saw you talked about George in the F1 here, just because some people might not have seen the race yet and are waiting to watch it on playback. We won't go into too much detail, but it was the best race of the season in my opinion. I didn't watch the ending, I just caught the start there because we went out for lunch for Sundays. Oof, that was quite close to that lamppost there. There we are though. We are in the latest version, 4.3, untested. I've just checked to make sure the scenery was working correctly. Stock airports, but I have downloaded Ortho 4XP for the entire sector. Not that we'll be seeing much of it by the time we get airborne there. There's already Alpaca 17 Echo. That's Flicks taxiing out there. We'll turn on the radio shortly so you can see him. He's in his Challenger 650, I think. But great to see Alpaca 9 1 kilo in the background. That's Skittish. He was a late participant in the group flight. Hope you're doing well. Alpaca 14 Delta just spawned in there. We've got 372 Echo, 3 kilo Alpha there as well. So thanks once again for all of you taking part in the members group flight. Feel free as ever to utilise the chat where it's a lot quieter than a public live stream. I'll have the ability to answer any questions you might have. As ever, you can always tag me in Discord as well. Dante, sorry missed the stream this morning, a little too early for the US people, excited for the group flight. No problem at all, Dante. I mean, yeah, I start at 9 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning for most guys in the US or the East Coast, let alone for guys in the West. It would be way too early in the morning for you. But we had great fun. Yeah, the IXCG is not bad, is it? It's an add-on that needs some refining, but I think the price as it stands now and what you get, there needs to be a lot more to be improved. I did actually consider taking it for the group flight, but I've always taken the ZIBO mod 737 bar 1 group flight where I took the PMDG 737 because the mod was very broken in Explain 12 at that present time. But it's working very nicely here in Explain 12 for now. Once again, thanks for adding me to the list at such short notice. You're most welcome, Skittish. You caught me at the right time and I'm in a very good mood today. No, to be fair, what I usually do is now before I just copy and paste it all to the ticker into that group flight giveaway notepad. Usually then I don't have time, but I got everything set up nice and early today, so I was just sat here waiting on my PC doing some other bits and pieces, and I thought, oh, if you've requested it now, I'll just add you there, so no problem at all. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. I'm due out in 23 minutes time. It's 7 minutes past 6 British Summer Time, or 1707 Zulus. We're all good to go. Batteries on, GPUs on the bus. Electric hydraulic pumps we can pop on, landing gear lever. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screen light, 4, 5, 6 screen lights. That we check the aircraft documentation. So yeah, this is just Ortho here in the background, which is why it looks a bit blurry here, the textures, which is a shame because it's obviously usually get some nice grass textures with Explain 12 there. Let's do the fault and fire test. So working our way down here check the squibs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green lights. Faults, AP detector and op, master caution, overheat detector. Very rarely I do 2 streams in one day, but it actually works out quite nicely. Engine overheat lights, engine fire bells, and AP fire bell, wheel well, engine overheat lights all illuminated, and the fire warning light and overheat detector too. Emergency exit lights we can turn on, push the attend button, flaps up which match the indicated position. There's the config check as well. Let me just grab the operational flight plan. I grabbed the performance as well to review prior to departure. So yeah, busy VATSIM event here. You just don't know. You just don't know fuel-wise what to do. Sometimes you take plenty, you don't need it. Sometimes you don't take enough. I'm going to take 30 minutes extra. Okay, so 1.2 tons on this. That's 5.7. That's going to be 6.7. We're going to go 6.8. I'm going to round it up to 7 tons, okay? 7 tons is about 35 minutes, okay? So 1.3 extra. So let's go here to the fuel. 7 tons. Passenger, I wish to have a random amount of 173 passengers. Here it is, 173 passengers, and we'll put some passengers, there we are, and then we'll put 500 kilos in hold 1, checked in bags, so that should all be adding in. Zero fuel, what we're looking for is 58.7, there it is, 58.7, and we could call for the fuel truck as well. Andy, you've taken 45 minutes extra. I've taken about 35, 40, but should be okay. Let's see what happens later. Brendan, any ideas on what to do for 90,000 subs? A few little charity ideas here. I think the timing of it won't be great, because it'll be exactly when I start my back as an instructor, but we'll get something done on my days off, don't worry. I've got a few ideas rolling around in my head, more to follow. It'll be an endurance type of stream, I think. I need to test myself, push myself for these ones. Right, won't put the seatbelt sign on just yet. Let's do a cargo fire test down here. Forward aft discharge, 2 green lights. Bell and the fire warning light is on. Rundown trim is 3 and 0. Gear extension door is checked closed. I always check that now, as you well remember from my Flight Deck Sim story last month. That was an exciting day out. Flight recorders tested, Mac airspeed warning test, IRS to nav, adding STS to 8 minutes for the alignment, check the circuit breakers are on in, then we check the tech log, and the safety equipment. There we go. Oh yeah, we still get this master caution IRS. You don't get that for putting the IRS on. I think that's illuminating for on DC when it comes on, but it never illuminates the master caution IRS. Right, whilst the IRS is aligning, let's grab the weather. We have full ATC here. Oh my goodness me, we've got approach and tower online at the moment, which is good. 12215, and we'll grab some weather. Is that on? Looks like the ATIS might be on text only. I've got it active. It doesn't always work. ATIS, yeah, unfortunately not on voice, but I'll get it on text, guys. So it's ILS. No, this is the wrong airport. 12215. Oh no, this is right. Runway news 06. Transition level 60. Meta Praha, wind is 0906, Cav OK, lovely evening, 22 degrees, QNH is 1017, so we can set that here. 1017. The MFRA, now the OPT spat out quite a high MFRA for us, there could be some sort of obstacle on departure maybe. 2234 is the MFRA here. Oh no, I'm just being a bit of a numpty. The elevation, of course, here is very high. It's 1,200 feet, so it is 1,000 feet AGL. I forgot we're quite high up here in Prague. 2234. Fun fact: Prague was the first destination for our first ever members-only group flight. Stansted Prague, I think it was. We went 45 months ago. Crazy. 2234 is set, and we'll select on airports. Time to now load up the FMC there. Let me just tune in tower so we can hear some of you chatting away. 13455. Fueling's complete as well. Oh, just make sure the radio tuning panel's on. Oh, that might be why I didn't hear the ATIS, guys. Yes. Helps if you turn up the mic selector. Refer to my radio tuning tutorial on how to listen and work a radio. The ATIS was fine. Just
information Kilo ILS 1700 approach runway and use
ILS 1700
level 60 meter Praha issued at 1700 wind 090 degrees 6 knots visibility cav OK temperature 222.13 QNH 1017 hectopascals.
perfect.
You have received status information Kilo.
Astru, interesting. Yes, yeah, we do have a blind pilot who's just joined recently as a member, so he has a special call sign, which he was explained to me is recognised on the VATSIM network as a blind passenger, pilot. So what they do, I think they request clearance there, Astro. And what they do, they then can spawn onto the runway when they get their clearance or something, and then they take off. So I think that's how they work with these people. But yes, he's a member who recently joined who's blind, and we have another member, Rory, who's blind as well. He doesn't actually play or use flight sims, but he likes to listen into the stream. So I asked him, you should get in contact with him. So great that he's taking part, and that sort of VATSIM I know does accommodate for people who are blind, which is great. Right, so let's load up the FMC now. Got the latest weather conditions. The radio's now working. Now I've got it working correctly. So we're in Prague. It's going to be Lima Kilo Papa Romeo. So you'll see it's runway 24. We've actually got 06. This sometimes happens on the flight plans. They can only plan for run one way for departure, and if the wind is sort of changing direction over the day, it could be a different one. So we've got to be a bit careful with that in real life as well, because certain SIDs can be significantly longer than the one that's planned. So, for example, we've planned the VOS4 mic. It could be another SID is significantly longer. So, something that you have to bear in mind when you're planning your fuel. I've been lucky, but I certainly know in the past where colleagues have had a SID change and the track miles have been so much more greater that they actually need to uplift additional fuel. So, something to bear in mind. Cool side today, we've gone for Alpaca. What did I go for? 45 Zulu Papa. There we are. Departure 06. Now, trying to avoid confirmation bias, but let's see what SID this Alpaca got.
Good evening, Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, stand 74.
That's Edo.
Zagreb.
That's Edo getting his call sign. This is sort of cheating in a way. Thanks, Matic. 4 Michael, 4 Delta at prop, and only 4 Alpha and 4 Echo are jet. Interesting. So it'll be it has to be the 4 Echo then for us, doesn't it? Because 4 Alpha has to come up. I see. We'll go with 4 Echo then. So we'll keep a listen out anyway. So that's all in. From Voz direct to Nelpa, nice straight line, quite common in this part of the world. From Nelpa, that'll be the top one, North 49. Yep. Direct to Pisam. Little lad there going to Katowice. Cool. And then a Petov 2 Yankee into Zagreb. Expecting 2-2 today. And the transition, I think, was a Röner. We'll activate that next queue. Seatbelts on. Come on, the fueling's done. There we are, routing's all in. So 0 fuel weight's in, 58.7. Our alternate's Budapest, so it's 2.9 tons required. Cost index would be 30. Cruising at 31,000 feet, as I said, a short sector today. Top of climb wind 306.52. Top of climb ISET is 7. We'll put the average wind in, which is 305 at 30. That's the route data page. Only one waypoint we can put that in because it's long distance between the 2 waypoints. So OPT, let me get the real performance for the OPT here. So I've put in runway 06 via Echo intersection. It's a dry runway, surface wind 0908, 24 degrees. It's cooled down a little bit, 1017, optimum flat 5, auto off and off. Takeoff weight 65.4. That's saying we could take 24k with an assumed temperature of 41 degrees. Looking for 92.6, that makes sense. So once we get the APU bleed on, that will decrease to 91.7. Flat 5. CG's in. 6 units. 6 units are in, and speeds are 40, 41, 45. Look at that. Perfectly matching the OPT. Set up V2 here, 145 knots. Wonderful. There we are. So performance is all complete. Plan for intersection echo departure as standard. Perfect, I did that one. Flew the section earlier, took the VOS 4 echo. Excellent, we'll go with that one. Your damper's on. I've transfer display switches normal auto. Fuel 4 pumps are on. Get the APU up and running now as well. Window heat's on. Probe heat's all good. Voice recorder's on. Trim air's on. Pack's auto. 31,000 feet elevation at Zagreb, 350 feet. MCP's all set. Set that up prior to the stream. Order brake to RTO. Reset the fuel flow. Legs. And that's all set there. Just check the oxygen. Perfect. So there should be a little yellow cross there, and light test. I think this controller's quite busy. I've heard Edo call for clearance a couple of times. There we are, that's all done. Additionally, you've got the auto throttle, autopilot and FMC caution lights here. You can test those individually. Perfect. So, next for us really is the clearance. We're due out in 10 minutes. Well, whilst we wait for that, we can sort of brief everything here. So we'll check the routing. The ground distance is 302 as a gross area check. Go to the progress page. Look at that, exactly the same, 302. So the Simbury flight plan's planned exactly what we've got in the FMC. We check the instrumentation. He got... Oh, did he get this? VOS for echo, I think, as well. So we're happy with that. Emergency briefing would have been completed as well. Taxi, let me just grab the Navigraph charts from the overlay here. So we're on a remote stand here, 73, enjoying the sunset. Push face southwest. We're going to go out via Delta. Join on the main taxiway Foxtrot. We've planned via Echo intersection for departure, full length Foxtrot. And then the SID we are expecting, I need to just change. It's now going to be the VOS for Echo. Helps if I select the right airport. So, oh, I can't unpin that, unfortunately. Now, VOS for Echo, so it's the second right. So we're going to climb, yeah, VOS for Delta only, which I think is for props, as Matesh was explaining. So straight ahead to Papa Romeo 633, Papa Romeo 633. See what clearance he gets. Yeah, that was it, the Vosicha for Echo, which is what we're planning. So 633 right turn, 635. And then to VOS. And 1695 is the VOR.
Initial plan 5,000, squawk 1,000, QNH 1017, and we'll get new information shortly.
1695, and we can put 158 just as a reminder for the course there. And that's it. The SID stop altitude is 5,000 feet, but we'll confirm that with the clearance. That's it, all ready to go. All we need to do is grab our clearance and do the checklist. Boarding's all done. Well, I forgot to press that, but I'll close the doors now. Before I forget.
Behind is departing Alpaca 737, line up on 06 and wait behind.
Doors are all closed.
Swiss 1100
Perfect.
clearance.
And disconnect the GPU.
Ready. Swiss 110 cleared to Zagreb, which is for echo departure, climb altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Perfect. Pushback.
Time 22.
NH1017, information B, are cleared to Zagreb via the Vodzie for echo departure.
Ground to Cockpit, plan acknowledge. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
So we're not due out for another 6 minutes. Brendan, ZIBO spot on with its performance is pretty good, pretty accurate most of the time. By the way, he's training, so go easy on it. Oh, Matej, very much understood. Oh, but he's very brave, this tower controller coming on if he's training. Going to be busy for him. NPC clips, is this the latest ZIBO? Had issues with VNAV and pitch oscillations on 4.2. Yes, this is 4.3 NPC clips. I didn't try 4.2. But I believe this version here, 4.3, fixed those pitch oscillations, which I hadn't experienced, I hadn't tried it. Aaron Hewitt. So, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron is the new member. If we could all say hello to him, who is blind, and he's been looking forward to taking part here. He's been telling me if he could request a certain call sign.
All doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Perfect. So amongst all the alpacas, we have Aaron. I'm just trying to remember your call sign here. So Aaron's call sign is BVI 5 Alpha Hotel. So Aaron is taking part in the group flight as Bravo Victor India 5 Alpha Hotel. Amazing. I mean, Aaron, everyone in chat is reacting really positively. We're glad to have you on board. The fact that you've taken part, you've taken off, well, that's a well done to you. That's all I can say here. I've seen your message on Discord as well. Don't worry about anything. You take your time. You take your time and you do what you need to do to complete this flight. The fact that you're taking part is phenomenal.
So connected and
be sure to say hello to everyone in Discord. You'll get a lovely warm welcome. Well done to you. Right, we just need to grab our clearance. And we'll go from there. Oh, what stand am I on? It's 73. There we are. At Praha Tower, hello, it's Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, stand 73 with information Echo 1017 departure clearance to Zagreb, please.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, stand by.
Perfect, so if we've done stand by, we shall do that. Edo's still not gotten his clearance, uh-oh. And guys, remember the slots are just to the slot times. Don't feel too pressured about making them. We do our best to work with them, but obviously it's to sort of accommodate a capacity to make sure we're not all pushing at the same time. So if you miss a slot, don't worry about it. It's just to provide some work there. Yeah, I think Tower. Remember. 2 tons. I think Matej just said he's a new tower controller or just training there, so he's obviously having to manage this entire airport. There's no ground, remember. And look at all this traffic. He's having to manage all this taxi and takeoff clearances. He could really do with a ground controller. I hope he gets one.
Trouble 196, stopping.
Oh, Aaron, just because I'm blind doesn't mean I want to be held to a lesser standard. Absolutely not. You be as professional as possible, and I'm sure that has come through to your stream at all. But well done. I am so amazed with people like yourself who take part on these sort of things. I mean, operating this aircraft is not easy, or whatever aircraft you're flying, I'm sure it's not easy.
Hotel, Foxtrot Echo to Holding Pattern 06.
Zulu to Foxtrot Echo to runway 06. Iberia 3444.
On Tower Alpaca 91 Kilo, stand 21, request pushback started. Alpaca 91 Kilo, push and start approved phase, Juliet Blue. Sorry, approved onto Juliet Blue, Alpaca 2,
Juliet Blue are all these lines they have at airports like Prague. But if you've got stock scenery, it's probably quite difficult to see where that is.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and chocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist complete.
Perfect. So just to show you these taxi lines, obviously it's not affecting us, but that you have Juliet Blue, Juliet Orange, and you push to certain lines for wingtip clearance. Common airports like Stansted. Not that I know anything about that.
Before start checklist to the line. IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
Removed.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Yaw damper.
On.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Fuel.
Thanks, Greg. Wish I was flying, but it's difficult to find the spare time. Oh, Greg, no problem at all. I've had that issue the past month. I mean, this is only the third stream I've done in a week. Well, it's actually not that going, is it? But before that, I did 3 in a month. So no problem at all. I hope you can make the next one. And thank you very much for your continued support, buddy. So fuel, we require a minimum of 5.7. We have 7 tons on board and
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
4 pumps on.
Cabin util IFE galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning.
Takes auto. Bleeds on.
Pressurization.
so 310, 350.
Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Hydraulics.
No.
Just listen there, poor Edo's still waiting for his clearance.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down. Detain.
Giving is just a
Parking
relax,
brake.
don't get.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Not again.
So it's again being a bit buggy.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
Set and stand by.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Discussed.
PA.
Complete.
Complete.
FMC CDU.
Set.
N1 and IAS books.
N1 and IIS auto. V-speed set.
Stab trim.
Set.
Performance, weight and balance.
Checked.
EFB.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Phones.
Off.
Flight deck windows and cockpit
That's all
door.
done.
Closed.
Doors.
Closed.
Passengers.
Seated.
Before start checklist completed to the line.
Excellent. Apart from the wheel well fire warning, work well.
In that case, follow Airbus A320 Neo on Delta.
Follow the A320.
Oh, Aaron, yes. Best not do a visual approach, sir. Best not do a visual approach. Want to do a precision approach for you.
Stand 1 to the 5th pushing stop.
Yeah, are you with us here, NPC Clips? Where's the list of all of you taking part?
Tower Alpaca 1 for Delta, request taxi.
Alpaca 1 for Delta, taxi to holding point runway 06 via Hotel Foxtrot Echo. Give way to Swiss Airbus A320 from the left on Foxtrot.
Are you on the list, NPC Clips? Did you take part? Did you get a booking? Can't see you on the list.
Hotel Foxtrot Echo, give way to Swiss Alpaca 1 for Delta.
You're on Vatscope this time, hopefully flying on the next one.
Area 3444, cross runway 12.
So in Prague in real life, runway 12's closed.
Prague Tower, Swiss 7 Echo Bravo, establish final on 06.
Oops, that was me accidentally releasing.
Starting pushback.
Oh, no.
And you may start engines.
No, I accidentally released the parking brake, pressed V on the keyboard. I hope that doesn't break anything. V on, I need to disconnect that command.
Land 06 with 7 Echo Bravo. Area 3444, give way to Smart Wings Boeing 737 from the right.
Getting way to 737 going from my
He's
right.
definitely wanting to get ahead there. Look at this!
Kilometer 5
Seagull Air is literally racing to get ahead of the whatever airline this is, TVS, Prague Airport International or something.
Blue, kilometer 5.
Oh, super busy. It's the silence though. Yeah, that's when the tower is overworked because he knows he's got a lot of work to do, but it's silence on the radio.
45 Zulu Papa, clearance.
Alpaca 45 Zulu, is that me? Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, yeah, ready to copy.
Clear to Zagreb, Victor Oscar Zulu 4 Echo departure, climb altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Squawk 1000, it's the Victor Oscar Zulu for Echo departure, 5,000 feet. Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, read back correct, information Lima QNH 1017.
Copied QNH 1017, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, and I think Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar next to me is waiting for his clearance as well.
No.
I tried, Edo. 5,000 feet. 1,000. And was for Echo. Right. Poor Edo, he's been waiting for ages for his clearance, and I managed to get in front of him! NPC clips, wacky races. Look like it. I'm ready for push to start, I just want to get Edo here and get his clearance. Looking out for the herd. Matej, the departure list is pretty extensive. Sent a picture on Discord, is still growing. Is there, Matej, is there a ground controller coming on? Oh. Because obviously it's us, and this is a popular airport on Vatsim, and they're doing an event.
On Foxtrot, Alpaca 91 kilo. Alpaca 2 Tango Lima, line up runway 06 and wait behind. Runway 06.
Don't know most in the first MOGF since May. Good to be back, awesome, buddy. This lighting in the sim is great now, isn't it? Getting busy the whole point as well. Ah, dear Matej, poor tower controller. He's doing a good job. You know, bear in mind he's on his own. He's having to do clearances, pushbacks, taxi, takeoffs, and there's a lot of aircraft inbound as well, isn't there?
Tower, it's Alpaca Whiskey Hotel. It's 738 information Echo clearance to Zagreb when available, please.
Poor guy. You can tell he's worked hard.
Tower, Alpaca 14 Delta, confirm cleared cross runway 12.
Confirm cross runway 12.
Runway 12, Alpaca 14 Delta, thanks.
Matej, also because the Tides is in training, getting the entire airport for himself is to prepare for his exam. The entire airport for himself on an event with us. With us in here as well. That's a good way to practice, I suppose. So when you're training for an event, I guess you can actually man those airports before you actually take part, or is he under sort of supervision? Number 4 could hear. Poor Edo.
And Tower, hello, Alpine 59 Alpha Lima, request IFR clearance to Amsterdam Information Lima, gate 19er. Alpine 59 Alpha Lima, stand by number 5.
There goes to Tango Lima.
DRT 444, line up runway 06.
Line up and wide, runway 06, I'll be 3444.
Tower, good evening, easy 275, request an IFR clearance.
He's under supervision, got you.
Stand by number 6. Alpaca 372 Echo.
Alpaca 372 Echo.
Are you ready to taxi?
I'm ready for taxi.
With holding point runway 06 via Hotel Foxtrot Echo, cross runway 12, give way to KLM Boeing 737.
I guess this is the supervisor, isn't it?
Taxi, holding point runway 06 via Hotel Foxtrot Echo, cross runway 12, give way to KLM 737, crossing from the right. Alpaca 372 Echo.
Alpaca 2 Tango Lima, contact Praha radar 127.575.
Order radar 27.575 to Tango Lima, good day.
Alpaca 372 Echo, it will be Boeing 737 KLM from the left.
So I guess that's the supervisor just helping with the workload there.
Give way to the KLM.
How does that work with two people in different places?
Juliet, crossing from the left,
Aaron, yes, it looks like you might be landing before we start.
Taxi to holding point.
How's anyone else from Zagreb? How was your departures?
Cross runway 12.
Taxi, holding point number 06 via Hotel Fox and Echo, cross runway 12, gate make 95.
Iberia 3444, runway 06, clear for takeoff, wind 090 degrees, 6 knots.
Yes, we'll take runway 06, wind set not ice, I'll be 3444.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, clearance.
Ground for Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar.
Clear to Zagreb, Victor Oscar Zulu 4 Echo departure, climb altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 1000.
So we've got squawk 1000.
Clear to Zagreb, Victor Oscar Zulu 4 Echo departure 5000, squawk 1000, information Lima 1017 on board, Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, feedback correct. Information Lima, QNH 1017, startup approved.
So that's just startup approved.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar.
Stanza 1403. Fine. Alpaca 9 to Whiskey Hotel, rozuměte?
Yeah, go for Alpaca 9 Oscar Hotel.
Clear to Zagreb, Victor Oscar Zulu 4.
Aaron, it was awesome. Huge props to the ground and tower controllers coordinating to make it happen. Excellent. Getting darker here as well. So we're about 8 minutes past our scheduled push start.
Is that correct? Information Lima, QNH 1017, startup approved.
1017 start approved and Alpaca 9 Oscar Hotel.
Berea 3444, contact Praha radar 127.575.
127.5, good day, BF.
Double adventure, thank you.
By 87 Hotel Yankee, if you
Havala.
can continue for on Foxtrot for
Is it
full
Havala?
departure.
Okay, prosím vás, Foxtrot, Alpha 87 Hotel Yankee.
Alpaca 91 kilo, follow EasyJet ahead.
Follow the EasyJet ahead, Alpaca 91
Yes,
kilo.
this is the supervisor's.
Petrol 196,
Sounds like he's what he's doing is he's sort of fixing, isn't he? Well, I'm not saying the other guy didn't do a bad job, but I think he's obviously managing this traffic.
For Alpha Hotel, rozuměte over clearance.
Go ahead, right now for Alpha Hotel.
Is Ryan getting his clearance?
Krakow, R2 5 Echo departure, climb altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Dobrycha is similar to Polish.
Krakow, R2 5 Echo departure, 5,000 feet initial climb, squawk 1,000, right now for Alpha Hotel.
Feedback correct, information Lima, QNH 1017, startup approved.
Approved right now for Alpha Hotel.
Z275, clearance.
EasyJet 275.
Oh, I guess he doesn't want it.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, stand 7-3, request push and start.
L 1100, line up runway 06.
What was that takeoff? Did you see that?
1100, line up runway 06.
Did you see that takeoff? It looked like it was a Harrier.
Line up runway 06 and 8, Swiss 1100.
Station calling for push and start.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, stand 7-3, push and start.
Squawk on.
There we are.
Enter Easy 275.
Out off before you request push and start, that serves me right.
Easy 275, cleared to Echo Delta Delta Victor. I believe that's Hanover.
What was that, VTOL? It was. It was like that city's skylines where we did that across the pond. Remember that? So funny.
Internationally and squawk 1,000 Easy 275.
275, read back correct for Lima, QNH 1017.
QNH 1017, Easy 275, thanks.
Petrol 196, contact Praha radar 127.575.
127.575, Sky Travel 196.
Tower, good evening, Speedbird 814, request clearance to Hanover, information link on board. On standby, number, I think to Swiss 1100, runway 06, clear for takeoff, wind 090 degrees, 6 knots.
Oh, I need to go. Poor Edo as well.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar ready for push.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, number 2, number 1 will be if we accompany on the right. Alpine 87 Hotel
Sorry, Edo.
Runway 06 and wait, number 2 for departure, number 1 from Intersecure.
Edo should have been before me, I think.
Alpaca 1 for Delta, line up runway 06 and wait, number 1 for departure. Number
Edo,
1
I
for
look forward to your reaction in chat.
Alpaca 1 for Delta, and just for that information, readability 3, there's a lot of background noise. Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, push and start approved.
Push start approve, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Let's go. Lucky rate released. There he goes.
Good evening.
Better do below the line though. You want to do that before pushing.
Before start checklist below the line, air conditioning packs,
Off.
anti-collision
The short
light,
flight, Aaron.
On.
parking brake,
Not again.
That's fair enough.
Set.
transponder.
Out off.
Before start checklist complete.
Let's do it.
West 1100, contact Praha radar 127.575.
127.575, Hawaii 611,
So that's a bit better than the IXEG. So N2, oil pressure, N1, max motoring already.
5,000 feet, clock 1,000. Cleared Amsterdam via
Well, so much for that author I downloaded. Sorry, Edo. And he's not. I think when he's flying this, he doesn't watch streaks. He's concentrating. But I'll tell him to play it back. Sorry, not sorry. It's stuck at 24632 stable, starting one.
Alpaca Whiskey Hotel, request, please can request a taxi from here, stand 63.
Alpaca Whiskey Hotel, follow company Boeing 737, which was pushed back to right in front.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set. And N1.
Connecting tow. Stand by.
25%.
Okay, travel for 1 Alpha, the deal check. Travel for 1 Alpha, VQ5.
Oh, I think that's... Is that Will? In 9 Whiskey? Yeah, Will Henwood. He'll be waiting for me to do my flow.
Speedbird 814, clearance.
Speedbird 814.
Cleared to Hanover.
Started down, launching engine number 1.
Departure, climb altitude 5,000 feet.
1 stable.
Cleared Hanover by Benex 4 Echo departure, initial climb 5,000, squawk 1000. Speedbird 814.
Speedbird 814, read back correct, information Lima, QNH 101.
Flight controls, hello again. Full forward, full back. Oh, it's not a very good position for you.
Tow is disconnected and bypass
Left and right.
Hand
Sequence
signal will
rudders.
be on the right.
Right.
We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Thank you. Cool. Like lower to you. Before taxi check set.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
You were, Will.
Preheat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Wait!
Air
What's the,
conditioning.
am I just losing the
Six
plot? Were you in an
auto,
Airbus
please,
and you've just changed to
Isolation
7.3?
Auto.
Flaps.
Maybe it was always.
Ah, this.
It's broken.
Flips 5 required and selected. Green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Starts levers.
Idle detent.
Flight control.
Lighting's much better in the sim now.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Actually, your discretion, which one?
Can you start approved Lufthansa 1403?
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa on taxiway Delta, request taxi.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, taxi to holding point runway 06 via Delta, Foxtrot Echo, cross runway 12.
Taxi holding point 06 via Delta, Foxtrot Echo and cross runway 12, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. So, lights are on, routing, straight line at Delta, Foxtrot and Echo is the whole point here. And create across runway 12, so it's a second hold point.
Hold short of runway 12 and give way
Perfect.
to 2 Boeing 737 taxiing
Oh, my
Delta.
fucking hold point. That's all finished, so config.
Hey, holding point 06, Hotel Foxtrot Echo, hold to runway 12 and give way to 2737 of Delta, Rainer for Alpha Hotel.
Ryanair having to give away to the Alpacas. Priority is all right.
Clock on and follow company ahead to holding point runway 06.
Squawk on and we'll follow company runway 06, Alpaca Whiskey Hotel.
Easy for Will, he only has to follow me, so long as I don't go make a mistake. NPC clip 6 ahead of you, hurry before the others. Oh, that's normal for a group flight.
Alpha Lima, request push start gate 19er.
Oh, the sounds of this add-on are so good. Need to see where I'm going though.
Push and start approved, 59 Alpha Lima.
Yeah, lighting's improved a lot in this sim. So it looks like the other guy's taken over now.
Alpaca 911, Kilo, line up behind, departing, Kilo 737, and wait behind.
So here's runway 12, it's already cleared us to Crossfire Delta runway 12. So my operator, we always turn the strobes on regardless if it's open or closed or active or non-active. crossing a runway, and we always confirm clear to cross as well. Runway incursion's a big industry sort of thing at the moment. So, what was it, about a month or two ago in America somewhere? A business jet or someone entered the runway and nearly hit someone. So, you know, lots of memos out about runway incursion, the correct procedure at our airline to do it when crossing active and non-active runways. We have a two-phase call, it's called, so the captain requests with the first officer, you know, confirm read back, he reads it back, and then the captain confirms that was the clearance. If there's any ambiguity, the request of clearance. So here is Foxtrot coming up. Remember, we're going Delta, Foxtrot, and then Echo, so it's the sort of second hold point, so we're not taking the first right here.
Takeoff runway 06 Alpaca 91 kilo.
Sort of having to taxi in this view is not easy. Taxiing's improved a lot in X-Plane, working quite nicely now. There's Alpaca 91 kilo taking off.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 set, green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Takeoff briefing.
Back on the bleeds on. V speed set for departure. 40, 41, 45 set on the MCP. The departure's now the VOS for Echo. All the way to Papa Romeo 633, then a right turn to 635, then the Votchich VOR, stopping at 5,000 feet to NADP2. Any problems will climb to the MSA straight ahead 4,000 feet. So,
Reviewed.
Cabin.
Secured.
Before takeoff checklist completed to the line.
Perfect. So we're taking the second right here onto Echo, behind the other Alpaca.
Prague, Alpine 59er Alpha Lima request taxi.
Do you have us at your operator? Yes, we do. Sim Pilot 29. It was all installed in the fleet. Full length via Foxtrot, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Oh, he's an MD-11. Excellent choice, sir.
42127.575. Thank you. Francis 7242, clear to Munich, double A, take with departure, climb altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000, information like QNH 1017.51. Information like clear double A, take departure, 5,000, squawk 1,000. Maka 372, Echo line up runway 06 and wait.
Line up runway 06 and wait, I'll take a 3 search Echo.
Yeah, well done to this controller.
Line up runway 06 and wait, number 2 firm for departure, number 1 firm for departure, Alpha, company 737 on intersection Echo.
Line up and wait, runway 06 via Foxtrot, number 2, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. So clear to line up and wait only. He's lining up in front of us. That's quite common at airports like this. It's not too much for us. So confirm clear to line up, Jim. Yeah, clear to line up. The radar's on. Perfect. So remember these lines, you don't have to follow the lines, they're the taxi off lines, you know, for sort of nothing wrong with lining up like this. You want to use all the runway available. God, the night lighting in this sim is epic. It looks really realistic. And just taxis so nicely. We had performance figures anyway from that intersection. So it's a bit downhill here, I think. Yeah, if I go idle, it's the roll.
Before takeoff checklist below the line. MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
So we're just waiting for the takeoff clearance. Two tons yet on Unicom. I saw there's a little bit of a Unicom there, but yeah, Edo's finally taxiing. He got a bit stuck there.
Alpaca 8110 clearance.
Go ahead for Alpaca 8110.
Alpaca 8110 clearance.
Right now at the whole point in the intersection. And Lufthansa as well.
1000 information Mike, QNH 1017, time 5 feet.
We've had group flights where I've been still waiting for push and start for an hour 15 minutes. I'm on the runway after 50. It's like a normal stream.
Departure, initial altitude 5 squawk 1000, QNH 1017.
Alpaca 8110, readback correct. Alpaca 372 Echo, contact Prague radar 127.575 ahoy.
127575, Apex 320 coaches.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, runway 06 cleared for takeoff, wind 100 degrees, 7 knots.
Runway 06 cleared takeoff, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Clear for takeoff, guys. Let's go to Zagreb. Timing. Lights are on, checks complete.
Easy 275, request taxi.
Stabilised, set takeoff thrust. Smaller times, excellent. Just that last kind of couple of seconds getting fine-tuning the thrust, but otherwise very, very good. Oh, the lighting's excellent. Checked, release fuel pressure.
Echo and cross runway 12, easy 275.
And the thrust over, so up we go.
Runway to runway 06 and copy number 2.
It's a little bit aggressive with that initial pitch up, but not too bad. There's a dead band. Gears coming up. Oh, lovely evening for flying.
400.
L now. Oh. Do love that flyby.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, contact Prague radar 127.575 ahoy.
127575, good luck with your exam in the next few days. Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, good job, bye bye. Probably, I hope you're right, Matt. You probably think, what on earth you want to above VT plus 15, flap 1. Lots of lift with flap 1, great. That's modelled, flaps up, trim. What was the Croatian for good evening? I can't find it. Dobrovica. No, that's the Polish. It is Dobrovica. Prague, Dobrovica, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa on the Victor Oscar Zulu 4 Echo, passing 4,000 for 5,000 feet.
1,000 to go.
Flight level 160 Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. I did it! 160 checked. VNAV set standard. We'll just get around this turn. The handcuff's sounding very, very nicely. Passing 49, flight level 160, pitch nose down. So the flight director in pitch, if you select a VNAV now, it's a little quicker getting low. It's very smooth in the mod, but I'd rather slow than fast. But the real aircraft does move a little quicker with speed changes, but it's quick enough so when you follow them, it's nice and smooth still for the passengers. So yeah, takeoff checklist shortly. Just get it trimmed for 250. to make sure the flight directors are commanding 250 knots, which they are. Here comes the right turn. So it's the what we call a fly-by waypoint, so it's not programmed to go over the waypoint there. And it's very realistic with regards to the real aircraft. When you turn, you have to pitch up a little bit, since there's a loss of lift in the vector.
Level 160 runner for Alpha Hotel. Packet 372 Echo for separation, turn left heading 120.
It's a very gentle turn, usually it'll bank at around 25 degrees.
Turn left heading 120, packet 372 Echo.
Oh, look at the departures, 1, 2, 3. And fly as well, it's not easy. Oh, there's some inbounds coming to Prague as well. Handling nicely. Uros and Domino Mosino, they sound exactly the same to me where I read it. There we are, 100 for 160. We'll do the pre-cruise checks. We still need to do the after takeoff checks, but I'm just hand flying. Jim's having a little nod. To lower the nose to accelerate to our econ climb speed, 293 knots. Push the nose down as we accelerate. You always want to have no input and pitch on the control column. Trim out those forces. There we are, that looks good. Make sure there's no input on the control column for the autopilot. Command A, firstly do the after takeoff checklist. Gears off, water brakes off. Star switches off, air conditioning and pressurisation. 3.5 now climbing, sets. Release the crew. After takeoff checklist is complete. Pre-cruise checks now, so fuel, 4 pumps. Lights, RFID logos off. Aprons off. Again, we check the pressurisation, 3.8 climbing, sets. Release passengers. Recall, there we are. Log on to CPDLC. Pre-cruise checks complete.
Direct to Pisson, packet 372
Beautiful. There's Will. Is that Will behind me? Yeah, there's Will. Will in his 7.3 as well. Following me. Oh, the lighting in this is wonderful. Yeah, Alpaca 17 Echo is already landing in Zagreb. Yeah, we left about, what was it? It wasn't too bad. I think we're airborne 30 minutes after our pushback, so it was essentially a 30-minute taxi. From sort of, well, when I say taxi, we were meant to push in 30 minutes, but actually once we got pushback, taxied out, it wasn't too long at all. A lot of ATC online tonight.
Paka 45 Zulu Papa, contact Praha radar 118.375, napušenou.
118.375, and thanks a lot for your ATC, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Bye-bye. I forgot all the check. I tried to remember what thank you was.
1,000 to go.
Checked. Oops, vertical speed. 1,000 feet per minute.
Radar, good evening, runner for Alpha Delta 2, that's flight level 120.
Out quiet, very realistic. Bit nice and early, so it's a nice smooth level off. So there's our clear level. Yeah, flying the IXEG this morning, now jumping into the mod. But it just seems to work, it just works, you know, it's refreshing. We can go over to the philosophy a while, so back up.
Good day, Alpaca 370 with you, flight level 160, inbound, please stop.
Alpaca 372 Echo Praha radar, hello,
Love this. Lighting is fantastic.
Flight level 290, Alpaca 370.
Alpaca 91 kilo, request time.
Very, very busy. Eros, low key, very good with rolling the R. I can't teach that. Oh no, I cannot. I can't roll my R's at all. Oh, I should have checked in then. Is Andy coming the other way? Oh, there's a little jumping out of it.
Okay, descend to flight level 300, expecting the Victor Lima Mike 5 Tango arrival for runway 06 Alpaca 9 Kilo.
Praha, hello, it's Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, flight level 160 to Victor Oscar Zulu.
Break, Eurowings 6 Lima Papa, descent front level 170. Eurowings 6 Lima Papa, descent point level 170.
Oh dear, Eurowings is having a little snooze.
Requesting descent. Break, Eurowings 6 Lima Papa, radar. Go ahead. Eurowings 6 Lima Papa, descent flight level 170. Descent level 170, Eurowings 6 Lima Papa.
It is.
Turkish 9 Alpha uniform descent to flight
So we'll get a climb soon. I think is that traffic inbound from Zagreb? It is, look. Alpaca 9 1 kilo and 9 Alpha Kilo coming in. That's probably why I'm going to delay my climb. There's Alpaca 8 1 Papa. Look at us all here. It's mega, isn't it?
Line 169 to request descent.
Line 169 to contact radar 127575, goodbye.
127575, bye-bye.
Alpaca 81 Papa, flight level 320.
Let's get 9 kilos you. Where are you?
Papa radar identified, hello, cleared the Victor Lima Mike 5, bingo arrival, runway 06 and hold.
Oh, they got a hit. They're all holding. Look, there we are. Skittish, at the time you said you'd take part in the group flight, you're already further along than me. There you are. Mega bright strobe lights. So holding already. I'll check in where I can. Ah, there we are. Look. So inbound and outbound, you can see the different routings.
170.
Holding at cruise altitude. Uh-oh. I think Prague is going to be really busy. But it's a lovely evening for flying, at least. Not much of a mood at the moment. Good job I took all that extra fuel. We're going to be at 160. See, top climb, top percent will be getting closer.
Flight level 280, Alpine 59 Alpha Lima. Radar, good evening, Lufthansa 1403, climbing to flight level 160. Lufthansa 1403, radar, hello, identified, flight level 280. 280, Lufthansa 1403. Radar, KLM 1359, to flight level 250, request further descent. Blocked.
Andy's telling you.
Radar, KLM 1359. At flight level 250, request further descent. Please stand by, Ryanair 4 Alpha Hotel.
I'm just gonna sit back and listen to all this unfold.
Thank you, bye-bye. Thank you. Ryanair 4 Uniform Charlie, contact monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye. Unicom 122.8, Ryanair 4 Uniform Charlie, goodbye.
I think Will's at the same height as me. I can sort of just about see the orthos still.
Alpaca 81 Papa, descent flight level 230. Descent level 230, Alpaca 81 Papa.
Praha, hello, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Maintaining flight level 160, inbound Pissam. Busy, busy, busy. Oh, it's not seen. So I think the tail end of the slots from Zagreb sound like they were quite busy. No problem at all, you're very busy. Climb flight level 290, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Thank you. 290 checked. VNAV, excellent. This is why CPDLC is very useful, because frequencies like London, Paris, busy TMAs, you log on to CPDLC at 10,000 feet and they can... I don't know how it works, I'd be very interested to hear from a controller's perspective, CPDLC, because you always have someone on voice, and then you always have someone sending messages via CPDLC, so they give you everything via CPDLC, climbs, headings, frequency changes, directs. That's pretty much up to our cruise level for us anyway. Also, talking about streams, I'm going to hopefully do one on Tuesday, and I'll show you what I want to stream on Tuesday. I just think it'll be a really good stream. I think some of you might have a rough idea what I want to do anyway.
Maintain 300 Alpaca Nada Kilo.
Alpaca 9 Whiskey Hotel, Praha radar identified, hello, climb flight level 290. Level 290.
I wish to stream this. What do you guys think? Check this out. How cool is this? The flying boat stream. It's one of the Microsoft local legends. I think they're not super down to the every nut and bolt detailed with regards to the management of the engines, but it's sort of like the Antonov. I think this would be really cool. So I've got a flight in mind because this was built in Germany. The lake, is it Constance? And I think we're going to go to fly to Lake Geneva. I just think it'll be really cool to fly. Just give it a go. Fly between two lakes. I think it's really nice, the model as well. The exterior model looks fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to give that a go. I might make it to a group flight so people can join me in their flying aircraft. Yeah, I love it. Anyway, let's concentrate on the flight we're doing here. Oh dear, Andy, holding a cruise level, oh dear. That looks great. Yeah, I haven't seen what the price is. I think they're quite reasonable. They're like £10–15. Something different. We've flown seaplanes, but not a proper flying boat. Well, actually, maybe you will be considered getting it when I'm streaming it.
Okay, maintain flight level 10 and clear to Lomke 8 Tango arrival runway 06. Flight level 120 clear to Lomke 8 Tango arrival.
So delayed climb, but we're on our way. Only going to be 2,000 feet below our cleared level, which is 310. Top descent's 100 miles away. By the time we get to the cruise, we'll start setting up. Don't know, seeing the foot beats minimum clean speed when crossing the ditch from somewhere in Australia, where they're really busy events. Ah, Edo!
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar Praha radar, hello, identified from flight level 290.
290 Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar.
Awesome.
Easy 16 Charlie, contact Praha radar 127.
So tomorrow is, if you guys are interested, I'm off tomorrow, but I'm actually going to our training centre. I've got my start date beginning of October. To return initially as a TRI before I do LTC line training captain theory at some point, and I'm observing a session. As a first officer who I've known for a while and got to sort of chat with quite a lot, and I flew with him a couple of weeks ago, and he said, well, come jump in an observer session. I said, you know, I'm coming back to the training department. So I'm observing a training session tomorrow. It's one of the tougher training sessions that you do in your type rating. It's when you first do engine failures. And it's one of the ones I'm teaching first. 122.8, thank you very much to ATC Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Good evening, sir. Bye bye. Over to you to come. Quiet. So yeah, I'm observing a session tomorrow. Observing the briefing, the session in the full motion simulator. So the full motion simulators, they have obviously the cockpit, the instructor station. They also have 2 jump seats. One which is like next to the instructor, then they have one at the back of the simulator. So I'm sitting in the one next to the instructor. And I'm just observing, just watching what the guys are doing, and I'm taking my own notes so I can sort of make notes on their performance as well. But I don't interfere at all. I'm just watching, and it's been 5 years since I left the training department, 7 years since I did the course to be an instructor. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Going in the afternoon, and then Tuesday I'm busy. I'm renting a van again because I need to pick up some stuff from my girlfriend's house for this house. So I'm renting a local van. I love renting vans. and Wednesday's my last day off. So hopefully, yeah, I might do the flying boat stream maybe tomorrow evening if I get a bit of time. If not, it'll be on Tuesday. Anyway, yeah, if we're on Unicom, we'll go to 310, which is our final cruise level. As soon as we get there, we'll start setting up for Zagreb. So we have 310, always check 3 times, overhead panel for the pressurization, MCP, and the cruise page 310 here. As well, mod seems to be handling flawlessly. Domino Mosin, I was afraid of going to be stuck at 150, but now flying on Unicom. Time to ramp the engines up and climb to 340. That's the way to do it. Actually, hold on. There's traffic ahead. Are they crossing or flying the same direction? No, I'm flying behind them. Yeah, they're both climbing them. Nice spacing. Look at that. 20 miles between. 372 Echo. 56 Mike. 696. Off we go. Well, there's a great view over the Alps, or the eastern part of the Alps this evening. Not that we can see anything. Will finally could hear the streams and the cursed voices. It was busy on that frequency. Perfect. Put a little bit of music on. So I'm flying southbound. There's the eastern part of the Alps. So Mora here's 10,000. So if the bulkhead was to go bang, we'd go down to that height. There's Alpaca 696 flying right over the top of us. Where's my magic notepad of seeing who everyone is? Alpaca 696. That was Bismarck. There goes Bismarck. Want to go to have a new SOP at my operator. When you're above 30,000 feet, instead of using vertical speed, start slowing the rate of climb. Oh, hold on. There's just a bit of a traffic conflict here. Oh no. Well, just about okay. There's no ATC. Alpaca 56 Mike. Just scooting along underneath me. That's why you need ATC. There we are. 1,000 feet above. Yeah, everyone's loving the Unicom part. There we are. Only a few seconds behind an RO. Awesome. And who else was crossing ahead? There was another aircraft as well. Oh no, same sector. I can't remember what I was talking about. Yes, flying southbound. Grid more is 10,000, and then pretty much crossing Austria straight into Croatia, the capital there. Have we streamed into Zagreb before? I don't know if we have. Oof, got a nice little tailwind here. Ding dong. Domino Mosina, with CPDLC, do you get silent moments with this in real world? Yes, we do. And sometimes we actually do. Well, I say sometimes. As part of our SOP, we do radio checks after 25 minutes of no contact. So we'll actually just go Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa radio check on 122.8 and 80, yep, Regio 5. And that's what we call a PLOC prevention. SOP. So PLOC stands for prolonged loss of communications. You've heard it on the media, you've probably seen it in the news. If you don't respond to the radio after a period of time, they'll try and contact you several times on the active frequency. They'll then try and contact you via CPDLC. They'll then try and contact you on guard 121.5. And if all that fails, they will then intercept you. The Air Force of the airspace that you're flying over will intercept you. It happens more often than you probably think. Certainly I've heard it happen on frequency, and I'm always very aware of, I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to have tea and biscuits to explain why we missed the radio for 45 minutes, so I'm quite hot on that. Did I just say that I'm airbusing green? No. I have flown. Thank you, Domino Mosina. My mods know more about the channel than I do. I've got to check the old map. Look at this, look, only 40 miles on top of the set. Let's best start setting up here. So, jumping into the FMC. This was a short sector for a group flight. I'll do a little fuel check we can too. So, descent page 250, below 10,000. Oh, it just works. Forecast. 310, which is our present height, 200 and 100. It's all in. 317 at 47. 200 is 301 at 18. 10,000 is 253 at 6. As on Unicom, we can put the ATIS in for Zagreb on box 2. Listen to the weather. The code is Lima Delta Zulu Alpha. Where is it? How would you have 8? 124575.
Runway in use 04, expect ILS Zulu approach.
Runway 04.
Notices to airmen. Advise if default scenery after departure, contact Zagreb radar 120.700.
I thought they were on the other end.
Advise on initial contact. You have information. Charlie.
It's information Charlie. I heard 0.
Zagreb Franjo Tugman Airport 8 is information Charlie 1730 Zulu. Wind 030 at 3. Cav OK. Temperature 25. Dew point 17. QNH 1017. Transition level 110 runway in use 04, expect ILS Zulu approach. Notices to airmen. Advise if default scenery after departure, contact Zagreb radar 120.700. Advise on initial contact.
Perfect.
You have information. Charlie.
So copied information Charlie. We can now insert that information to the FMC. So 1017. And first thing you want to do if you have a different runway is change that in the FMC so it updates your descent information and whatnot. So we're going to go to departure arrivals, ILS Zulu 04. The arrival now is the Petov to Zulu. Lots of arrivals here. There's actually a Petov 3 Foxtrot as well. Let's just have a look at the difference here. I think the other one might be conventional. Yeah, so Petov 3 Foxtrot, slightly different, goes over towards an NDB. I should think it'll be the RNAV. Generally the airports default to the RNAV arrivals now. So Petov 2 Zulu. Transition we want is via Godler. Execute. There you go. So you can see my top of descent's now a little further away because I have some additional track miles. So 603 downwind, 606, 610, Godler. Zulu Alpha 601, and then Erkson. Oh, it's actually the Erkson transition. Unless we can... Godler, I'll plan for Godler. We'll see what transition we get later. So what I'll do, I'll bring that up here. Execute. Slightly shorter track miles. There we are. So it's all in the FMC. And we'll brief that now. Fixings in for runway 04. 10. 4. And 3 times height. So 369/93. Oh, I just seen that in chat. Cookie just got his type rating. Excellent. I don't know if it, well, I know he's not here because he would have said hello. But where's my my sound effects? Do I have my oh no, I'm not logged in. My soundboard. Hold on. If he does come in, there we go. Excellent. Well, congratulations to Cookie. He's now being rated on the 737 and A320. Far more experienced than I am. Great to hear. So we now have a residential Airbus expert. So all Airbus questions route that way. Certainly not towards me. Thank you. Amazing. Right, 04 in. We'll get the rest tuned up. Many stars. Many people wanted to talk to me as well. This is now Adriatic Centre 13045.
40 Alpha, Croatia for parking.
Roger, with an overview, 320 kilo, level 116, landing on
the just before I check in, I just want to get the. I'm just getting the chart selective on.
Passing level 210 for 9000 and then Takeoff.
Alpaca 91 kilo, contact Zagreb 120.7. Zagreb, contact the 320 echo, flight level 290, inbound, Takeoff.
So whilst we wait to check in, here's the arrival coming in via Petov.
Expect a Petov 20.
That's what we've planned.
Alpaca 320.
So Petov 603, 609, 9,000 feet above 610. Godler. Once we got to Godler, I'm actually going to break off the approach. Maybe I should put the full approach in. We'll see. Because I've taken out the full arrival from 601 to Erkson. I've gone via the Godler transition to 401. So 3,000 feet Foxtrot India. So that's all coded correctly for now. Might just be the full arrival. Ah, don't know, Lucy. Sorry if I missed it. I think you just flew past. Radar, hello. It's Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, maintaining flight level 310 to Petov for the Petov to Zulu.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, they identified speed 270 knots.
Sorry, just confirm 270 knots or greater, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa.
Negative speed 270 knots.
270 exactly, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Well, we're doing 75, which is 274.
Speed on conversion 270 or greater, number 1. On conversion speed 270.
Just told the FMC that on conversion we'd like to do 270 knots. So, because the aircraft ahead's a little closer, he'll do 270 knots or greater. Oh, you missed it too, Dono. Okay. Right, we briefed the arrival. There really wasn't much else to highlight. High terrain to the north. Approach via Godler. It's the RMP approach. Okay, we'll just confirm that a bit. So we're going to play this safe, guys. We're going to put the full arrival in. It just goes past Godler to this other point. It's via Exon. So now it's Godler, Zulu Alpha 601, then to Exon. And I'll see if we get a potential shortcut later. Could track that off there. What I'll do at 6:10, max 220. Zulu Alpha 610. I'm going to put 220 or below just to allow for a potential shortcut, so I can then configure quickly. It's 250 or below, so we're still complying with the restriction. Right, reset MCP altitudes.
Yeah, radar speed at 2612 located. Speed 2612, Roger, stand straight. Thank you very much, and good night.
So they did use X on the full arrival, okay. Get descent in. So we've gone to out hold. So we got, the problem is when you get assigned a speed and you get left high, there's not much you can do, you can't bring the speed back.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, descent level 210.
Descent flight level 210, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. So 210, change this to 270 because that's my assigned speed from ATC. We'll just go level change and we'll just let the aircraft get stabilised at 270 knots and then review the profile. Finish setting up the RLS. 1095. Oh yeah, I've just realised I've got the charts up still. 1095.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, report, contact Zagreb, call sign only, 10.7.
120.7, call sign only, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Thanks ADC, sir, bye bye.
Radio radar, good evening, agent 514, we are flight level 360, we just passed Tehran.
Call sign only.
Alpaca 372 Echo, sir, you're clear for Petal to Zulu, arrival, Gordla, transition.
Petal to Zulu, arrival.
He got the Godler transitions, that is the shorter one. We'll see what we get.
EGN 379, correction, Europa 379, right heading
Course is 043.
Immediately.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
132 immediately, Europa 379.
Do I check in yet, or do I let the chaos ensue? I think I'll check in now. Zagreb, hello, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, hello, Zagreb, Petal to Zulu, arrival information, Delta, descent 170.
So flight level 170, copy information, Delta, and it'll be the Petov 2 Zulu, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa.
Alpaca 2 Tango Lima, right.
I'll confirm the transition shortly. So I'm going to go 170, I'm just going to start using the speed brake. I just want to watch this because it's still a little bit too... Oh, it's disconnected the order from...
Are you intercepting the LS? You were cleared for 04?
Bit too...
You're doing 662, descent 4000, clear the LS.
That's better. Sort of initially it was sort of diving for that rate of descent. That's better. Maybe a little bit too draggy. Frequencies courses minimums. 553.
7000. Rate heading 310 down to 7000, Alpaca 14 Alpaca 91 kilo, descent 7000, QNH 1017.
Descent 7000, QNH 1017, Alpaca 191 kilo.
Frequencies courses minimums are set. MSA, can't find it on these charts. Just don't like juppies. We've discussed the transition. We've planned for the longer arrival, which is via Exon. I did hear someone get the Godler transition, so the Godler takes a shortcut, but we've got the full transition here. But we've catered that by bringing the speed back to 220 knots. If there's no radar, follow the RNAV arrival, and we've got the frequencies courses minimum set. We have to go around, push Toga. Could go around flat 15, sit around for us, possibly climb gear up 400 feet LNAV, climb on track 043 and follow the Zagreb 224 outbound, or inbound, sorry, 224 radial, climb to the VOR 4000. So Zagreb is 13.7.
Direct Foxtrot India, or repeat, say again for Delta turning. Alpaca 1 for Delta, Zulu Alpha 401, descent 4000. Zulu Alpha 401 4000, Alpaca 1 for Delta.
There we are, and that's Lauren. There are some frequencies courses minimums are set. Performance then. 04, plan to vacate Delta, long runway 3,200 metres, probably around 2.5, 24, so flat 30 order brake 2 should do us.
Alpaca 1 for Delta by Zulu Alpha 401, clear dial Zulu 0.
300 kilos to burn, 63.1.
Zulu Alpha 401, clear dial.
Flat 30. Order brake 3. And we'll use second detent reverse.
Irving 862, reduce minimum approach speed immediately, contact tower 113, ciao.
Vacating then at Delta, and we'll taxi on to, there's 2 passenger terminals, one there and one here. We'll see what we get.
1100, proceed direct.
Pretty simple.
Descent 5000. Direct Exxon.
One to go, so slowly stow the speed brake. Yeah, once it gets established with the speed brake, the drag's pretty realistic.
Passing to 8 on US 1 whiskey. Roger 656, double down Zagreb, identified, climb by...
Remember, our speed's 270 knots.
Exit 130, 656, Roger. Europa 379, right heading to...
NPC clips a Zagreb VOR as part of the missed approach. Would you have to identify a Morse prior to using it in real life? So long as when you select it, you get the ident here for the ILS, or here, you don't need to identify by a Morse. So
45 Zulu Papa, indicated speed.
we were assigned 270 knots, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa.
45 Zulu Papa, 250 or less.
Reducing 250 or less, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. So as we're getting a bit higher, or less, so what I'm going to do is slow right down, so we're a bit higher as well. Out to quiet. Yeah, so if we select the VOR, so long as you get Zulu Alpha Golf here, that's identified, so you don't need to listen to Morse. If you can't get the ident though, yes, you will have to listen to the ident. Descend flight level 140, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Level change, 140 checked, we'll just go down at 250 knots.
Scandinavian 458, request for the climb.
Little high, again we'll modify that as needed. Oh Aaron, sorry you had to go around buddy. Keep at it. Uros, you managed to get reversed to work with a better TCA script. I've just using sort of max every time. You can't actually set it with the switch, it's a switch. Unless you know something different. Shaky, hello. Sorry I missed a group flight, no problem at all. It's my birthday weekend, so otherwise occupied. Hope to join your next flight and all the best to your new post and home. Thank you very much, Shaky69. Hope you had a great birthday. Am I allowed to ask how old you are? Fantastic, happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure everyone here will wish you a happy birthday as well. Seatbelts on.
All station, call sign only, please. Alpaca 3, Delta Oscar, Zagreb radar, identified information, Delta depth of 2 Zulu, arrival, descent, flight level 180. Descent 180, ILS Zulu, Alpaca Delta Oscar, QNH 1017. Alpaca 1 for Delta, ILS Zulu 04 report established. We're establishing Alpaca 1.
Perfect, so 1 to go. Again, because you said speed or less, I'm going to go vertical speed, bring our speed right back, so it's not that far ahead of us. I think that 372 Echo is very, very close to us. Yeah, W250 LS, 372 Echo is very slow. Remember, I've got the full arrival in now.
For Charlie Whiskey Kilo at Zagreb radar contact direct Exxon ILS Zulu 04 descent 7000 QNH 1017.
Stephen, 2-year-old Mr. Slot to fall asleep, so I had a 30 minutes late to leave Prague. So I had to go around during my takeoff. Prague 80 is getting an overload, so yeah, I think they're very busy today. Oh, Liam, sorry to hear that, buddy. So we're level now, so I've cleared level, but we're going to bring the speed right back to the up speed to bring some spacing. 372 Echoes just here.
I didn't know that you went anywhere.
Yeah, we had an internet issue, we're back with you, Alpaca 91 Kilo.
Alpaca 91 Kilo left heading direct, proceed direct Exxon, descent 4000.
Take from descent 5000, Alpaca 91
So Exxon's over here.
1 kilo negative 4000.
4004 Alpaca 91 kilo.
There's the airport down there.
Croatia 656 Adria.
Alpaca 3 Kilo Alpha on stand.
130. Swiss 1100, established ILS 104 and twice speed. Swiss 1100 minimum clean, contact tower 1183. 183 and minimum clean, Swiss 1100. Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, reduce speed 220 knots or less.
Currently doing minimum clean, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, and when able, request descent.
When able, you will get descent.
Perfect, thank you.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Important is we are having fun, right?
That's exactly. As slow long as you are.
Yeah, that's right. Continental Whiskey, Hotel
Brilliant.
140.
Funny enough.
45 Zulu Papa, descend for you, descend 9,000, QNH 1017.
9,000 feet to 1017, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Brilliant, level change, 220 maximum, set QNH 1017. Let's get the speed break out. There we are. I've had a similar exchange in real life at an airport in the UK. It was quite busy, and we were vectored downwind, and there was no one ahead of us at that stage, so we were ready for our base turn. So I said, you know, well, I'll call sign, ready for base, and the controller said, I'll turn you when I'm ready. And we were like, okay, and then he said, I'm ready now, turn right heading, whatever it was. She was like, we're sorry. It was like, no, we were just messing around. I'll turn you when ready. Oh, Liam, yeah, PC issues helps you justify getting a new one. Brilliant. So it's 372 Echo, we brought our speed right back. So we're probably going to extend downwind. Hopefully maintain present heading, but I'm back at 220 knots with speed brake, 2,000 feet per minute. That's about right with speed brake. Speed brake is less effective the slower your indicated airspeed.
Descent on 5,000, maintain 230 degree heading, Alpaca 37 Echo.
So when we're sort of a bit higher, we can sort of do the post-cruise checks a little earlier. So fuel 4 pumps, lights, logo, angular bank, 25, pressurization, 3.9 sets, very high seatbelts are on, recall checks complete, lights can go to dim now as well. This is very bright as well, probably turn the lighting down now. The lighting's improved a lot more at night. Oops, what's happened? My floodlight's broken. There we are.
Sorry about that, I have had a couple, some issues with it. I don't know, but it's just changing all the time. Yeah, but it mustn't change. Alpaca 9 Hotel descend 9,000 on QNH 1017. Descend 9,000
checked.
1017, Alpaca 9 secure down.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, after Gotla, maintain present heading, descend 7,000.
After Godler, maintain present heading, descend 7,000, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. So we'll go heading select now, because Godler's there. And he's just extending us downwind, very common for controllers when it's very busy, so we'll get turned on to final airspace permitting. And it looks like Alpaca 2 Tango Lima's got the long way round.
10,000 feet, QNH 1017.
So I'm not so worried about the profile now, because 372 Echo is going to have to be turned in before us.
Europa 379 tower 1183. 1183 put our batteries for another. Alpaca 91 kilo report established.
So okay, we'll just bring it to the up speed. And now what we could do, which you can't do in the Airbus, there's a nice routes for you, is just keep updating the FMC to ERCS.
Report indicated.
Speed 200, 2 Tango Lima.
2 Tango Lima, speed 160, left heading 270.
That's 2 tons getting his turn onto base.
160, 2 Tango Lima.
So there somewhere.
Alpaca 372 Echo, left heading 1.
I love how it includes the call signs on this map, it's great. How's it going on in Prague, guys?
Descent 6000 now, back in Whiskey Hotel. Over Zulu Papa, maintain pleasant heading.
Alpha heading Alpaca 450 Papa.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, descent 5000.
Descent 5000 for Alpaca 450 Papa. Probably was worried I didn't hear it the first time, so I didn't start turning. So glide slope's coming alive, but again, you know, we're not flying towards it at the moment. Yeah, well, now we don't want to get lower. So when you're in this direction, you're going to get lower and lower on the glide slope. Just going to go 500 feet per minute now. Just try not to level off. He's a very good controller, Ross. I'll definitely be saying Dobrovic to him. Great sense of humour. Fantastic.
340 cleared to the ILS 04 Zulu approach. Report when established to Tango Lima.
Anyway, we've got the idents. Look, India Zulu Alpha for the ILS. Frequencies are active. Can you remember, they've fixed this. Remember NX plane had a time where outside of sort of 16, 17 miles you just lose the idents, and when you got vectored onto a long final outside of 20 miles, you could never inset the localize. I'm glad they've actually fixed that now. So hopefully we'll get our turn on to final. He's just going to be slotting us in behind 372 Echo. We'll go a little further downwind to ensure sufficient spacing.
372 Echo, proceed direct Zulu Alpha 401, descent 4000.
Direct Zulu Alpha 401 and...
There we are, Zulu Alpha 401.
Alpaca 372 Echo, clear the Zulu approach.
Zulu Alpha 401, just to show you here, it's the initial fix on the extended centre line. So hopefully we'll get that direct as well.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, left heading 120.
Left 120 degrees, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. That's our base leg turn.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, descent 7000. 7000, Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar. Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, indicated airspeed.
Oh, NPC clips. Well, theoretically, you could pick up the localised signal, you know, hundreds of miles away. Technically, but it'd be very weak. You can only really use it to navigate within sort of 20 miles accurately. So all nav aids will have some kind of DOC, designated operational coverage, an area sort of where you can use it to accurately navigate. Now what I'm going to do here, just for situational awareness, is take X on and extend the centre line, so reselect that to one left, put 043 in, and what that will do is put a magenta line in the FMC, just so I can see where the extended centre line is, because we're not navigating to a waypoint. It's good for situational awareness. And it updates when you know. So yeah, I've seen it flying into airports where we're sort of already on the centre line, 70, 80 miles away. You get localised information, but don't use it. Problem is with X-Plane before, it was either on or off. Yeah, there was no sort of weak signal, but they've updated or extended the range now, which is good. Yeah, DOC, designated operational coverage. There we are, that's ensured sufficient spacing now. Oh, 9 Whiskey Hotel pushing in, and Edo probably. Edo, if you're pushing in, I suppose that's justified. Oh no, that sounds like Edo's being sent around as well.
1,000 to go.
Are we going through the centre line here, I guess?
Alpaca 372 Echo, contact Albert 118.3, bye bye.
1183, Alpaca 372 Echo, thanks for it.
And then 55 Victory Yankee descent.
Yeah, we're going through the centre line here. That's fine, I won't say anything. I think he's just ensuring sufficient spacing.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, proceed direct Exxon, clear the ILS Zulu approach, runway 04.
Direct Exxon after Exxon cleared ILS Zulu 04, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. That answers our question.
Charlie Whiskey heading 230.
So that's ensured sufficient spacing between us and 9 Whiskey Hotel. Great job by ATC. He's just created, look at this spacing here. 1, 2, 3, number 4 Venedo will slot behind me. We'll stay at the upspeed. Bit of a tailwind on the arrival, but that's fine. We're below on the glide slope. Look at this. 1, 2, slotting in behind 9 Whiskey Hotel.
Zagreb approach, Alpaca 8110, descending to flight level 240.
Yes, I was looking up DOC, designated operational coverage. I was right.
110, hello, Phantom 2 Zulu, arrival information, Echo descent 170.
Descend 170, Alpaca 8110.
Confirm.
Dante just arrived brilliant AC tonight for a very busy event. It's been very busy in Prague and here, but the controller here in Zagreb is doing a fantastic job. Look at the space, it's like Heathrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, fantastic. So 5,000 is our cleared altitude. I can't go lower unless he clears us.
Whiskey Hotel, happy landing, tower 1183, ciao ciao.
Warlock.
183 for the established. Goodbye.
Localize live, localizer capture. Now we could step down to 4,000 feet.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, left heading 110, descent 5,000.
Now traffic's approaching 5 miles, that's okay, that's a sufficient spacing, so I'll just keep the up speed for now. Just do 500 feet per minute. Runway heading 043 set. Fantastic job, look at this. This is all it's all about.
1,000
Had 2 tons just landed, 372 Echo, then 9 Whiskey Hotel, then me, number 4. Great job. Look at that, spacing is perfect. Look at this. It's like that game on the iPhone, remember that? Just about the right amount of traffic, isn't it? So interestingly, VNAV is showing me on profile. I should be on the glide slope here. Why it hasn't, I don't know. Maybe it's because it still thinks I'm doing a different speed. But no, VNAV's so this is the first thing I've seen wrong all day. It's showing me 2 dots low, but VNAV's showing me high. I should be on profile on the glide slope. It's a few hundred feet off for some reason.
Descent flight level 120, Alpaca 8110.
We can set 3,000 feet, establishing the localizer. What's this next altitude? Flap 1 now. Prior to glide slope capture, you ideally want flap 5, otherwise the aircraft will, with idle thrust, will accelerate. 1 dot, arming approach. Flap 1. Yeah, VNAV's put me a smidgen here, but I bet when we get established on the glide past 401, it'll be on profile. Flap 5. 180 knots. Glide slope capture, missed approach altitude, 4,000 feet. Just fully established now, contact town 118.3, double adventure, Alpaca 45 Zulu, Papa, bye. Great controller, very, very good. Very realistic, great spacing as well. So here, show you, look here, I'm flap 5, the throttle's completely closed here, and the 737's designed with flap 5 idle for us to hold the speed nicely. Look, if I start slowing down to the flap 5 speed, look, it's pretty static. So that's what the 737's designed to do. The real aircraft's exactly the same. This is one of the things I love about the mod. Pitch power, you know, established on the glide slope, attitudes on the horizon, flap 5, speed's stagnant, like increased or decreased. We've got a tailwind, so it is increasing. Very, very realistic. This is fantastic. Fantastic. We'll go flap 10 just to help with the drag there. And you can see that's just brought that little bit of extra drag to start slowing the airplane down. Brilliant. That's perfection. Absolute perfection.
2,500.
Perfect. So, there's a ground frequency as well. We'll check in with tower. Zagreb Tower, very good evening. Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, established ILS Zulu 04 at 8 miles. So be careful of tailwinds because they can be difficult to manage.
Zagreb Tower, good evening. Continue approach on the 04 number 2.
Continue approach Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Now the guy ahead slowed right down, so I'm going to drop the gear down now. Flap 15. Match speeds. Now the gear massively increases the drag because of the tailwind. Look our ground speed, 190 knots. Tailwinds can really bite you, the max especially. Speed below 175. Flap 30. Landing checklist. So
Landing checklist.
See how it works today.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Speed brake.
Not again.
Yeah, so I do have issues with this Checklist, it seems to work 20% of the time now. Speed brake on, green light, landing gear down 3 green, order brake is set to 3, flat 30, and 30 green light, lights are on. Just waiting for our clearance. Chest, please. There we are. And we'll plan to vacate at that exit there, Delta. Sufficient spacing here, it's about right for busy airports, around 1200 feet, 3.5, 4 miles ahead.
Parka 3 Delta Oscar, Zagreb Tower, good evening, continue approach runway 04, number 2.
Pitch and power, pretty good, yeah, flat 30. Right, disconnecting on the throttle. Oh, I forgot the IXEG, I had to reassign the autopilot disconnect button. Roger, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. So, yes, my autopilot disconnect button I need to reassign because I accidentally set it to IXEG, and I think I did that before saving the IXEG profile. So we're fully stabilised, flat 30. Hopefully this chap will vacate at Delta. We've got 4.3 tonnes, enough for a go around another approach. Ooh, it's looking tight. There he goes. No pressure, Will.
400.
Paka 45 Zulu Papa 04 clear to land, wind calm.
04 clear to land, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Lights on, checks complete. Good work, Will.
Alpaca 9 Whiskey Hotel,
perfect. Smart. Dodgy flying. That's 3 reds, a little bit low.
100.
Paka 3 Delta Oscar, reduce minimum approach speed.
50, 40, 30.
Check.
20.
Close. Perfect. Speed brakes up 2 butters in 1 day, ladies and gentlemen. IXEG this morning. Thought I was going to smash it down there. Speed brakes up, reverses. Manual braking.
54 Charlie Whiskey, Zagreb Tower, good evening, continue approach runway 04, number 2.
Look at you, like chat before. Minus 200, cancel reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zagreb. Just going to keep the speed up so I can get off in an expeditious manner. So the replay doesn't crash. I can't believe I got 2 butters in 1 day. If the replay crashes again, that's no replay butters. Perfect. Manual braking now. Oh, I was a little bit late there with the brakes. There we are. I wouldn't have turned like that in real life, but I really wanted to make that exit for ATC. There we are. That would be tragic, agreed. Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, runway vacated.
Paka 3 Delta Oscar, runway 04, clear to land, wind calm.
Clear to land, 3 Delta Oscar.
Perfect spacing by
Paka
ATC.
45 Zulu Papa, welcome to Zagreb. All stations, Zagreb Tower will have a controller change now, so...
Do I go to ground then? I don't know.
Paka 45 Zulu Papa, hold position at Delta.
Hold at Delta, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Oops, I'm sort of blocking Foxtrot now. I'll just hold position here. I'm sort of blocking the exit as well. Do our cleanup whilst we wait for more units. Trim should be a little lower, around 7-8 stabilised. Out off. Flight director's off. I can go to steady. Master caution, anti-ice is all we have. What on earth is that? Ah? Is that some sort of alien device? I've not seen that before. There's ZIBO on final. We're having a controller change. Ground's going offline. Aaron Tide, well done. Ended up just turning off the autopilot because VNav and LNav were not playing ball. Ah! Did you get down there? So he's gone to have a... Perfect. So he's just having a controller change.
runway 04 via Hotel and Foxtrot.
Hotel Foxtrot to Alpha 04, and area 2139.
Hello, it's Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa on Delta, just vacated runway 04.
Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa, Zagreb Tower, good evening, welcome. Taxi straight ahead, Golf 2 Echo 1.
Golf 2 to stand Echo 1, Alpaca 45 Zulu Papa. Thanks for your ATC this evening, bye bye. Perfect, so that's literally, that's just like earlier, straight in. Oh no, it wasn't actually, it was taxiing out, but Echo 1 looks straight line. I can't complain with that. There we are, got our taxi clearance. We'll crank up that APU. Lovely little group flight there for us. Great job by ATC. It was very, very, very busy, but they got the job done. The guy in Prague, who's obviously just about to do his tower training as well. Fantastic job too. Yeah, and that Zagreb approach controller was excellent. Really good sense of humour as well, which I really, really like. Excellent. We'll park next to 3 Kilo Alpha. There's 9 Whiskey Hotel, that's Will. Will, cut us up. No, I can't see the taxi line onto this stand though. No, it's there on the... There we are. Have I got my taxi light on? No, that's better. Also, that's a very bright taxi light. The taxi light isn't quite as bright as that. There we are, shut down engine number 2, pulling on stand. I can see feel the aircraft pulling slightly to the right, that's pretty good.
Expecting light landing clearance 54 Charlie.
Brilliant. Right, let's bring it to a stop there. Parking brake is set, AP is available. Start switches off. 2 blues, 1 red, engine number 1 is dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zagreb. It's, what's the time here? Nearly 1900 Zulu. I think it says 9 o'clock local time here. An hour and 5 minutes. The flight time was 50 minutes. A little bit of extended downwind leg there, but very, very good. Well, the flight time was actually about an hour. So, excellent job there by LDZA. Fantastic. Engine 1 and N and 2. On engine 1 and 2 is below 20%. And we then complete the checklist. Brilliant. There we are. Loads of us, look. 3 Kilo Alpha, 2 Tango Lima. We've got 9 Whiskey Hotel as well. UFO detector device here. Lufthansa's just landed, and Edo's just landed as well. Fantastic. Stock airport, guys. Looks really, really good. Textures are super crisp on these airports. Not bad parking. Matej, got myself additional help on approach because it was crazy. Well, Matej, thank you for your part for organising ATC, obviously for the event as well, but for sort of coordinating our attendance too. That's greatly appreciated. Very well done from all the controllers. Matej, first time in 1 hour and a half I have managed to look at the stream. Oh, wow. You've been pretty busy there. Well, you'll be able to play it back and hear yourself, perhaps. I guess 73.3 feet per minute last stream was like 0.2 off. Not bad, Skittish. Yeah, I don't know how I managed that one. Oh dear, oh dear. Brilliant. Yeah, the ZIBO mod was almost flawless. Just little minor things here and there you have in a desktop simulator, but exceptional in most areas. Just that VNAV was the only thing really. On final, just noticed a slight difference between the profile and the glide slope. Actually, after glide slope capture, I can't actually remember if it was showing on profile, but that was the only thing really. Otherwise, it was really, really, really good. It's the best it's ever been. Fantastic. Right, anyway, should we do some giveaways for you guys? Let's zoom on over here slightly so we can see Edo taxiing on in and see all of you here. Looks really good, the sim are nice. They've improved it so much since its initial release. Currently sitting in the Microsoft Flight Sim default airports, the Scottish looks nowhere near as good. Yeah, the default airports in Microsoft Flight Sim leave a lot to be desired, unfortunately. But some of the add-ons available are very, very good. There's so we'll get immediate takeoff clearance. Cool. Right, so let me get the list randomizer up and the list of everyone that took part in the group flight. Here we are. So list randomizer. There we are. I've got my notepad of everyone that's taken part in the group flight. Let me share the screen so you can see it's not rigged in any way. hold on, guys. I need to find. There we are. Chrome New. Select list randomizer. Why is it not picking that up? Automatic window. No, I want the list randomizer, please. But it can only find the other one. There we are. Done. So, guys, you should now be able to see the list randomizer. And let me just copy and paste the giveaway list as it is right now. There we are. So you should all be able to see that here. There we go. So you can see everyone that's taken part. There's Group 1, which I was in. Let me just scroll this up here so I can increase the list. There's everyone in Group 1. There's the Rhino just taking off in the background there. There's everyone in Group 2. So 2 giveaways, remember. One from each. No, it's not from each group because certain groups have different sizes. It's just everyone who's taken part. I used to do it per group, but it's not so fair then. So everyone that's just taken part instead. Right, let's roll the first giveaway then. So winner is randomise. First one is MGS1. MGS1. Well done. If you won one before, I'm not so sure, but if you have done, well done. You are the winner of the first giveaway there, so congratulations to you. So we're just going to go again, rolling again. Will Henwood, you've definitely won one in the past because I remember, so well done, Will Henwood, for winning another giveaway. Completely unrigged, as you can see here. List randomizer, fair for all, so well done to MGS1 and Will Henwood for winning the group flight giveaways. I'll contact you both individually. Let me, and we can discuss what add-on you want. We'll get that all sorted out as well. So well done to both of you there, guys. Right, I do need to sort of skedaddle because it's 8 o'clock in the evening. And I need to cook dinner for myself and Jo, and she's going to work tomorrow, so it's my job to cook tonight. But I'll plan this flying boat stream for either tomorrow or the next day as well. Maybe a bit later, I'll pop onto Discord as well. So there you are. Oh, no, MGS1, it would be fair. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. As long as you take part in the group flight, it's not if you've landed. As long as you've actually logged on, attempted to take part in the group flight, that's all that matters. Asian is certainly. It's like Jack when he's sometimes had a poop. He's rubbing his butt on the grass. I don't know why I've got that comparison. Interesting. He might need to get that inspected, but there we are. Let's doing this. Oh yeah, but that's fine. MGS1. The fact for me, it's people that take part in the group flight and never even actually sit at their PC. We had an issue in the past where I had a number of people taking part in the group flight, sort of 30-40 people, and I looked actually on the list and only about 15-16 logged on. So I made it a rule now that obviously to win the giveaway you need to take part in the group flight and attempt to fly. If you've had a sim crash or something like that, doesn't matter. The fact that you've actually sat at your PC, you've planned to do the group flight, and the sim crash, that's just, there's nothing you can do about that. That's very, very nice of you to offer that, but don't worry, the fact that you've taken part and attempted to take part is all that matters. So yes, thank you very much for everyone that takes part in the group flights. It means a lot to me. And yes, I have no idea what that is. I think the Croatians are communicating with some planet many light years away. You're welcome, Skittish. Thank you very much for taking part as well. Right, Matej, ground looks interesting. The ground itself, or just I don't know, maybe the frequency. But no, Matej, thank you for your part in organising ATC in the Czech Republic today. Right, anyway, let's log off the VATSIP network here, disconnect and cue the funky replay music. It should be all working from earlier. There we are. It's still playing, so let me just mute it before I turn it back on again. You've got to be professional with this. There we are. And I'll turn off Fly Live. Second time with the replay. Let's see what happens then. So I pressed that earlier, it didn't work, so I'm going to slowly drag it. Ooh, so far so good. Maybe it was an IXEG thing. There we are, we're working. For now. Now let's have a look at that, because I was going to absolutely smash that down for 1 second. I think I got quite lucky there, because sometimes that landing rate calculator can misjudge it. That looks a bit further than whatever it was. I got like minus 70, wasn't it? A bit pushed down wind there, but well, no, there wasn't any wind. Maybe it's just my wobbly fly. That looked a little further than actually what it said. Look from this angle. Been a while since we did air. I was like, well done, I know you butted it in. Excellent. In the MD-80, of course. And see what I mean about the flight controls, how quickly they move to my responses. That's the way it should be. Oh, look, I remember when I did a replay at night when X-Plane 12 got released, and it was so rubbish. The lighting now is really good. I mean, the lights on the runway are a little bright with the reflections, but it looks really nice. We've got 10 out of here. Ah, lovely. What I really love about the sim, you can sort of see that obviously the wings are supporting the weight of the aircraft. As soon as you land and the weight goes on again, watch the wings, how they just sort of settle on the runway. Look, it's obviously they've taken the load off the wings to the gear. It's really realistic. Just the sim is superb. I really like it. Andy, my aircraft requires a hard landing check. Come on, confess. What was the rate? Anyway, let's pop. Ooh, look, aliens. I'll leave it in that view so you can see it after landing. Right then, guys, that's it for today. That was the 45th members only group flight. 45 of these we've done. It's absolutely incredible. It's 3 years and a bit months, 3 years and 8-9 months or something crazy. Nearly 4 years of group flights we've been doing it. So thank you very much, as ever, not only for your continued support as members, but taking part in the group flight as well. I really do enjoy them. And I didn't have any time really to organise this one, so it was a bit of a rush last week, but we got something done. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Next month, I've got my sim training, so I'll hopefully be a qualified TRI by the time I organise the next group flight, but I'll have a bit more time now. I'm settling in the house to get that group flight organised. I'll find a date in the next week or so for it, and then we'll go from there. But yes, as ever, thank you very much for all of your support. I've gone too far back now. Thank you very much, as ever, for all of your support and for helping me run the channel, especially as I've been away. Minus 820, Andy. Nice. Unbelievable. But yeah, thank you very much. As ever, don't hesitate to contact me in Discord if you have any questions. Tag me up. I don't bite. And that's what it's all about. And thank you to everyone who helps each other in the Discord too. Right then, guys, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care, and I'll see you all soon. Cheerio.